Hi, I'm Charlie. I'm a pretty ordinary kid. I like to play video games, eat burgers, and play basketball. I go for a walk once a day, do my schoolwork at the kitchen table, and don't see anyone from outside my house. Oh yeah, that's right. I probably should have said, like every other kid around here, I'm in lockdown. I've not been to school in weeks. I've not seen my friends in forever. And if it wasn't for FaceTime, I think I'd forget what my cousins look like. And don't get me started on having my mum as a teacher. I miss real life. Like IRL in real life. Not on the internet. Do you? I can't hug a computer. And I wouldn't be caught dead kissing my keyboard. My Auntie Heather says she uses her daily walk to communicate with people. I thought she just meant, waving to her neighbours or going to post a letter, but I've got a secret. My Auntie Heather, wait. Do you promise not to tell anyone? There's no one listening, is there? Okay. The thing you need to know about my Auntie Heather is... My Auntie Heather is an artist, but not like the kind of art you have in your living room wall. It's kind of different art. She likes to make things everyone can see and get involved with. It's kind of weird, but it's cool, I guess. Like when she made this show with ice cream, it was 5 hours long and people just watched the ice cream melt. I didn't really get what it was about, but I got to eat a lot of ice cream, so that was awesome. My Auntie Heather isn't very good at rules. When I was wee, she served me chocolate for breakfast. And she came to my school to do surprise drama workshops. It was so fun. She sneaks me backstage at shows so I can meet the performers. And she's never bothered if she's not invited to a party. She just gate crashes. She danced on stage with pop stars before security dragged her off. And once she pretended to be an important journalist so she could sneak into Jay-Z's Brit Awards party. But that's not the secret. My Auntie Heather is, I can't believe I'm going to say this, a vandal. She told me that in the 80s, artists in New York used spray paint to paint messages on trains. And those trains would travel across the city and artists at the other end would see the message and respond by painting back. How amazing is that? There wasn't any internet back then and people didn't have any mobile phones. Some people didn't even have phones in their houses, so they found their own way to keep in touch with each other, but they had to do it at night, when it was dark, so they wouldn't be caught. Because some people said it was vandalism. Auntie Heather reckons it's art. It's called street art now, and people don't just paint on trains, they paint on walls, pictures and messages for the world to see. Have you heard of Banksy? He's a famous street artist who responds with what's happening in the world with art. Recently, he did this picture of a little kid playing with a doll that was dressed as a nurse, and they were flying through the air. It was a tribute to all the nurses and people who work at the NHS. What's really cool is that because Banksy is so famous, the media gets really excited when he creates something new. So it's all over the internet and the news and all over the paper. People pay attention. And they have to, because nurses are working really hard right now, saving people's lives whilst we're in lockdown. And Auntie Heather says they don't get paid very much. Imagine being a superhero and not being valued. Anyway, you should Google Banksy. He's cool. Oh, and Google the Rebel Bear. They're cool too. And they're Scottish. And you can find their work on the walls of Edinburgh and Glasgow. And sometimes traffic signs too.
Like once, like they did one on a sign that normally says stop, but they put pictures of clouds and wrote the sky's the limit. I really liked that. And then there's Trusty Scribe, make these giant speech bubbles with messages in them. Sometimes they're about the environment or mental health. They're always important messages he wants people to think about, so he puts them in public places so everyone can see them.
Auntie Heather's art's like that. She likes putting questions up and things that make people think. Like once she put up a £5 note with a sign saying, "Do you need this?" and hid and watched what people did. If someone needed the money, they could just take it. Lots of people talked to each other and worked out whether they needed the money or whether they just wanted it. Would you take the money?
Ooh, I like this.
So Auntie Heather is using her daily walk to create art. She loves all the rainbows people have been putting up and wants to keep spreading the positivity. She wants to make people smile. She put giant googly eyes up on a statue just to make people laugh. And she tapes up positive messages to make people smile. I think we need more of that. No, I know we need more of that. More things that make us smile and messages that make us stop and think. I think the world is a little strange at the moment. But if we can be kind and care, even about people we've not met yet, then maybe it'll get a little better. So I'm going to be a vandal too. Well, an artist. Auntie Heather sent me some videos to show me how to make street art. I can show you if you like. Tell your family they don't have to worry, because this is street art that's allowed. Nothing's permanent. It can keep changing, just like our world.